Be willing to take the bet with Tyson Fury that's saying that Jake is going to beat you?
No, I'm not worried about what Tyson Fury's got to say. That's what I'm saying. It ain't even about the money. I'm betting on myself.
Yep.
I'm focusing on myself. I'm fully betting on myself. I ain't worried about what anyone's got to say.
He did say he's going to put £1 million on it. Would you be willing to take that bet with Tyson Fury?
Respectfully, I'm not worried about what Tyson Fury's got to say, or I'm not here for any of that betting and nonsense. I'm here to fight, and that's all it is. Once I get the job done, I'm going to collect my check, cash it, and I'm going to focus on the next one. My bet is on me doing the number.
Ladies and gentlemen, stop everything you're doing, because the boxing world just exploded harder than a Kardashian family feud on steroids. Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King himself, stormed the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua presser. And what happened next? Absolute chaos. We're talking tension so thick you could slice it with a knife. A warning so savage it makes celebrity drama look like a polite game of Monopoly. And an atmosphere hotter than a Hollywood scandal leaking to TMZ. Joshua, usually calm and collected, suddenly looked like a deer caught in headlights. While Jake Paul's influencer swagger crumbled faster than a cookie in a toddler's hands. Fury didn't just enter the room, he dominated it. Eyes blazing, towering presence, and a warning that could literally change the landscape of this fight forever. The crowd went from excited buzz to full-blown panic in seconds. Journalists froze mid-typing. And cameras caught reactions that are now trending everywhere online. But here's the real kicker. Fury's message wasn't subtle, polite, or tame. Oh no. It was a direct, unapologetic challenge that sent shockwaves across the boxing world, igniting memes, celebrity reactions, and fan freakouts that are still going viral. If you thought boxing pressers were predictable, think again. This one just turned into a real-life thriller, and trust me, missing it would be like skipping the finale of your favorite Netflix series. The presser started like any other boxing promo, with Jake Paul flexing his designer gear and Anthony Joshua exuding that "I'm calm, I'm better than you" energy. Reporters scribbled notes, cameras rolled, and fans at home sipped their drinks, expecting another predictable spectacle. But then the room shifted. Suddenly, everything changed, and nobody saw it coming. Tyson Fury entered not like a guest, but like a storm that refused to ask permission. Fury didn't stroll in. He stormed in, eyes blazing like laser beams, his presence alone rewriting the room's energy. The crowd went from polite applause to full-blown panic in seconds. Jake Paul, usually smug and untouchable in his social media bubble, froze mid-smile, while Joshua's confident calm started to crack. The tension was immediate, electric, and impossible to ignore. This was no ordinary warning. It was a personal challenge delivered with the subtlety of a sledgehammer, sources at the presser claim. Fury's first words sliced through the room like a hot knife through butter. He wasn't there to play nice, nod politely, or offer motivational advice. He came with a message, clear and direct, aimed at Joshua but felt by everyone present. The kind of warning that makes your knees weak, your pulse spike, and your social media notifications blow up in real time. Fury had just turned a media event into a global incident. What happened next? Well, it got messy. Jake Paul tried to interject, attempting to diffuse the storm with his influencer charm and awkward grin. But Fury wasn't listening. He had a singular focus: deliver a warning so fierce that it would echo through boxing history. Joshua, on the other hand, tried to maintain composure, but the Gypsy King's words had clearly landed like a heavyweight punch to the ego. The smirk faded, the posture stiffened, and the silence that followed spoke louder than any cheer. The internet, of course, went berserk almost instantly. Clips leaked before the presser even ended. Fans dissected Fury's every word, every gesture, every smirk, treating it like a mystery thriller instead of a sports press conference. Memes exploded, celebrity commentary poured in, and social media threads spiraled into chaos. Every platform was ablaze, and everyone had an opinion. Some were terrified, some were exhilarated, and all were completely hooked. And the drama didn't stop with words. Body language became a weapon. Fury towered over the room, leaning just enough to assert dominance without saying a word. Joshua's usually steady stance shifted, revealing cracks in his stoic armor. Jake Paul looked like he suddenly realized that charisma can't always shield you from real power. Every journalist in the room leaned in, knowing that they were witnessing something they'd be writing about for weeks, possibly months. The warning itself wasn't vague or cryptic, it was precise. Fury didn't whisper. He didn't hint. He didn't smile and wave like a polite guest at a garden party. He delivered a statement so fierce, so unapologetic, it instantly became headline news. This was a masterclass in intimidation, perfectly calculated to unsettle both fighters, the audience, and the entire boxing world. Social media exploded as fans tried to parse the meaning, creating theory after theory. And every clip was dissected frame by frame. Even celebrities got involved. Logan Paul, the self-proclaimed boxing savant, weighed in with a single half-hearted yikes, which fans interpreted as him questioning his own life choices. Conor McGregor chimed in cryptically, hinting at someone tasting reality, fueling more speculation than a Netflix cliffhanger. Analysts scrambled to contextualize the chaos, debating whether Fury's presence was a marketing stunt, a warning, or a hint of something bigger. The presser had officially transcended its purpose, was now a pop culture event of epic proportions. Meanwhile, the reactions in the room were priceless. Joshua's confidence wavered, a subtle flicker of doubt passing across his face. The kind of micro-expression that sends fans and analysts into a frenzy. Jake Paul, in contrast, tried to maintain his bravado, but the smirk faltered, the swagger momentarily replaced by genuine uncertainty. Fury had successfully shifted the narrative, turning what was supposed to be a promotional event into a masterclass in psychological warfare. Fans online immediately went to work. Memes comparing Joshua to every nervous public figure imaginable flooded Twitter. Jake Paul was digitally transformed into panicked cartoon characters running from impending doom. Every GIF, every clip, every reaction posted online went viral within minutes. Fury had not just made a warning, he had ignited a meme apocalypse, blending sports, celebrity, and pure chaos into one explosive moment. Insider reports also hinted that Fury's warning carried layers beyond simple intimidation. Sources suggested he wasn't just flexing his presence. He was subtly indicating knowledge of weaknesses, strategy, and potential outcomes for the fight. Online sleuths immediately began analyzing his body language, pauses and tone, turning the presser into a multi-dimensional chess match. Suddenly, boxing had turned into a psychological thriller, and the presser was its climax. By the time Fury exited, the presser's energy had completely shifted. No one was talking about routine questions, pre-fight stats, or ticket sales anymore. The headlines, memes, and fan debates were focused solely on Fury's words, his warning, and the tension he left behind. Every journalist knew they were sitting on a story that would dominate headlines for weeks. Every fan realized that the fight they thought they understood had just been completely rewritten. Joshua and Jake Paul were left recalibrating. Not just for their match, but for the psychological battlefield Fury had just created. Fans speculated endlessly. Would Joshua overcompensate in the ring? Would Paul try to exploit the tension, or would he crack under the weight of Fury's warning and fury? He walked away with the confidence of someone who had just asserted control over a narrative without even throwing a single punch. The presser ended, but the world was still buzzing. Clips, reactions, and commentary continued flooding every social media platform. Celebrities debated, fans theorized, and memes immortalized every second of Fury's intrusion. It wasn't just a presser anymore. was a global cultural moment. The Gypsy King had arrived, warned, and left. But the ripples of his presence would dominate conversations long after the cameras stopped rolling by the end of the day. Fury's warning had already shifted perceptions. Joshua's aura of invincibility was questioned. Jake Paul's bravado was dissected. Social media had rewritten the narrative in real time. The presser was no longer just a promotional event, had become a statement, a spectacle, and a moment that would be replayed, memed, and analyzed for months. Fury had turned a routine fight announcement into a historical moment of tension, drama, and pop culture frenzy. As soon as Tyson Fury exited, the internet ignited like a fireworks show at a rock concert. Fans weren't just talking, they were losing their minds. Clips of his warning were shredded into 1,000 GIFs and memes faster than you can say boxing apocalypse. Joshua's subtle grimace became the perfect template for panic memes, while Jake Paul's nervous laugh was remixed into comedic soundbites that spread like wildfire. Social media had officially turned the presser into its own theatrical production. Celebrities, naturally, had to weigh in. Logan Paul posted a cryptic comment, causing fans to spiral into conspiracy theories about whether he knew more than he was letting on. Conor McGregor, never shy of a dramatic soundbite, hinted at someone tasting reality and instantly became the internet oracle of the chaos. Even late-night hosts jumped in, treating Fury's entrance and warning as headline news more gripping than any scripted drama, comparing it to Thanos crashing the Avengers headquarters or Darth Vader entering a rebel meeting uninvited. Meanwhile, Joshua's camp went into overdrive. Analysts and fans alike scrutinized every micro-expression, hand gesture, and smirk from the presser, dissecting it frame by frame. Social media forums became battlefield zones where fans debated whether Joshua's confidence was cracking or if he was simply strategizing behind that stoic face. Jake Paul's camp, on the other hand, tried to salvage some influencer energy. But even the slickest social media team couldn't ignore the psychological storm Fury had unleashed. Memes didn't just dominate, they evolved. Joshua's shocked face was photoshopped into horror movie posters. Jake Paul became the panicked sidekick, running from impending doom in cartoon edits. Fury himself became the embodiment of unstoppable power, towering over every digital recreation of the moment. TikTok compilations exploded overnight, turning Fury's warning into a cultural touchstone, the kind of event that gets referenced for years. Public outrage and excitement mixed in unpredictable ways. Some fans cheered Fury's audacity, calling him a genius for hijacking the narrative and asserting dominance without throwing a single punch. Others criticized him for stealing the show or intimidating fighters before they even entered the ring. Social media threads became full-blown debates, with thousands of comments analyzing the smallest details, from Fury's choice of words to the exact timing of his pauses. It was peak entertainment, like watching a reality show unfold in real time but with actual stakes. The presser even inspired wild fan theories. Some speculated Fury was foreshadowing a rematch against Joshua. Others claimed he was setting up a future mega fight with Paul, and a few went so far as to suggest he had insider knowledge about strategies, weaknesses, or contractual loopholes. Every angle was discussed, dissected, and memed, showing just how much one person's entrance and words could dominate global conversation. Meanwhile, pop culture comparisons flooded in. Fury wasn't just a boxer entering a presser, he was a cinematic villain, a mastermind strategist, and a cultural force all at once. Fans compared him to Voldemort, stepping into a room of clueless wizards, Godzilla stomping through Tokyo, and even a hurricane sweeping through a small town. Joshua was cast as the hero, trying to maintain composure, while Jake Paul became the comic relief, the hapless sidekick scrambling to make sense of it all. It was absurd, over the top, and exactly the kind of chaos that drives internet virality. Celebrity commentators and analysts dissected the aftermath. Some praised Fury for his psychological genius, noting that he had effectively turned the presser into a multi-layered chess match. Others criticized him for overstepping, arguing that he had created unnecessary tension. Regardless of opinion, everyone agreed that this was no ordinary warning. Fury had changed the narrative, turning a routine promotion into a moment of global fascination. Even memes became meta. One viral tweet compared Fury's warning to the iconic scene from Gladiator where Russell Crowe walks into the arena, commanding attention without uttering a single threatening word. Another video remixed Joshua's grimace with dramatic sound effects, portraying him as the protagonist in a horror movie trailer. Jake Paul's nervous laugh became a soundtrack for a series of comedic fails, turning him into an unintentional internet icon for panic and uncertainty. As public outrage mounted, fan theories evolved into debates about strategy and mental warfare. Could Fury's words impact Joshua's performance? Would Paul capitalize on the tension or crumble under it? And the general public, glued to screens across the world, debated every micro-expression, smirk, and gesture, creating endless speculation. Analysts and commentators noted that this wasn't just a presser, it was a psychological war zone. And Fury had declared himself general. Meanwhile, other celebrities jumped in to heighten the drama. Social media buzzed with cryptic messages, retweets, and theories. Logan Paul's posts became dissected like secret codes, while McGregor's enigmatic tweets sent fans scrambling to interpret hidden meaning. Influencers, journalists, and fans combined forces online, creating a cultural storm reminiscent of the most explosive reality TV finales. But this was boxing, and the stakes were real. Even the mainstream media couldn't resist. Major outlets immediately covered the presser as a headline event, comparing it to the most shocking celebrity feuds of the decade. Analysts debated how Fury had managed to hijack the narrative without fighting a single round, turning a simple pre-fight press conference into a viral sensation. Clips circulated endlessly, each one more dramatic than the last, and every reaction fueled further engagement. Meanwhile, the fight community was buzzing. Former champions weighed in, fans debated strategy, and casual viewers suddenly found themselves obsessing over every word. The presser had turned into an interactive thriller. Fury's warning became a cultural phenomenon, inspiring memes, GIFs, reaction videos, and endless debate. Joshua and Paul were no longer just athletes. They were characters in a drama scripted by Fury himself. By the end of the day, the presser's aftermath had achieved something extraordinary. It wasn't just a warning, it was a cultural earthquake. Fans, celebrities, and analysts alike were discussing, dissecting, and dramatizing every moment. Fury had succeeded in creating tension, uncertainty, and intrigue at a level that surpassed any pre-fight hype in recent memory. Social media was ablaze, and the world had collectively turned its gaze toward the next chapter. Even days later, the memes kept coming. Joshua's face continued to be repurposed for dramatic effect. Jake Paul's reactions were endlessly remixed, and Fury's entrance became a shorthand for dominance and psychological strategy. Online communities discussed every nuance, every pause, and every glance, turning the presser into a lasting phenomenon. The drama was alive, viral, and relentless, proving that Fury's warning wasn't just effective, it was legendary. Fury had essentially rewritten the rules. He showed that psychological dominance, media manipulation, and timing could create more chaos than any punch ever could. The fight itself might not have happened yet, but the presser had already set the stage for history. Social media, memes, celebrity commentary, and fan outrage had all conspired to amplify Fury's warning into a global spectacle. By now, everyone understood one thing: This presser wasn't about logistics, contracts, or promotional obligations. It was about power. Fury had asserted dominance, injected uncertainty, and hijacked the narrative in a way that would echo for weeks. Joshua and Paul were left recalibrating, and fans were left craving the next twist. The presser had become more than a promotional event. It was a story, a scandal, and a viral cultural phenomenon all at once. The day after the presser, the boxing world was still reeling. Joshua's confidence was under microscopic scrutiny. Fans replaying every second of his reactions, like detectives solving a mystery. Analysts debated whether Fury had successfully shaken him mentally, or if Joshua was silently plotting a counterattack. Jake Paul, meanwhile, was stuck between influencer bravado and genuine concern, trying to navigate the psychological storm Fury had unleashed. The fight had suddenly become more than just athletic competition. It was now a high-stakes mental chess match. Social media continued to amplify the chaos. Memes of Joshua's incredulous expression dominated timelines, while Jake Paul's awkward attempts at composure became comedic gold. Fury, as always, remained untouchable in the public eye, his warning evolving into legend status overnight. Every clip, GIF, and reaction fueled debates on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, turning the presser into a living, breathing pop culture phenomenon. Even casual viewers who had no interest in boxing were now invested, proving that Fury's influence extended far beyond the ring. Celebrity reactions poured in like a monsoon. Conor McGregor doubled down on his cryptic commentary, hinting at more fireworks to come. Logan Paul posted another enigmatic clip, causing fans to speculate endlessly. Sports analysts scrambled to contextualize every gesture, pause, and word from the presser, turning it into a psychological case study. Fury had done the impossible. He had hijacked not just the narrative, but the cultural conversation surrounding the fight itself. Joshua's reputation took a hit, but not in the usual losing a fight sense. It was subtler, more insidious. His public image of stoic dominance now had cracks, moments of hesitation that fans and commentators dissected relentlessly. Jake Paul, who had relied on social media confidence to carry him, found himself caught in the crossfire of public opinion and the Gypsy King's unstoppable aura. Fury's intervention had recalibrated expectations, turning what was supposed to be a predictable fight promotion into an unpredictable cultural phenomenon. The presser's aftermath wasn't just about memes or social media reactions. It had real-world consequences. Betting lines shifted, sponsorships reconsidered their campaigns, and promoters scrambled to adjust narratives. Fury's warning had created a ripple effect that impacted not just the fighters, but the entire ecosystem surrounding the event. Suddenly, every handshake, glance, and press release carried weight, because fans and industry insiders alike knew that one false move could tip the scales dramatically. Fans online took the chaos to an entirely new level. Reddit threads, TikTok compilations, and Twitter threads dissected every angle. Every minor gesture from Joshua or Paul became a debate about strategy, confidence, and dominance. Every pause from Fury was analyzed as if it contained secret codes. The presser had become more than contented, was now a viral event that would be referenced for years. With Fury at the epicenter as the ultimate puppeteer of tension and drama, celebrity, commentary continued to escalate the stakes. Analysts compared Fury's strategy to Machiavellian genius, likening his psychological domination to scenes from classic films, where a single character shifts the balance of power in a room. Joshua's attempts at composure were compared to a hero in a thriller facing unexpected danger, while Jake Paul's nervous energy became the comic relief in a cinematic unfolding of chaos. The entire event blurred the line between sport and spectacle, reality and theater. Meanwhile, reputational consequences were unavoidable. Joshua, once untouchable in his aura of calm confidence, now faced scrutiny that could influence fan perception and even future match negotiations. Jake Paul, always polarizing, now had to contend with the narrative that he had been visibly rattled by Fury's intrusion. Fury, as always, emerged unscathed, his legend amplified. He had proven that power in the boxing world isn't only measured by fists, it's measured by presence, timing, and the ability to hijack a narrative with absolute authority. Promoters and sponsors scrambled to adapt. Pre-fight marketing shifted to incorporate the drama, using Fury's warning as leverage to sell tickets and pay-per-views. Analysts debated whether the presser itself had become more valuable than the fight, suggesting that Fury had inadvertently turned a promotional event into the most talked-about cultural moment of the year. Every statement made by Joshua or Paul post-presser was scrutinized for weakness, strength, and hidden meaning. Fury's influence had reshaped the landscape before a single round had been thrown. The public's appetite for drama only grew. Clips of Fury's towering entrance, the piercing glare, and the exact words of his warning were replayed endlessly, dissected, remixed, and meme-feed. Every new angle of Joshua's response or Jake Paul's reaction sparked new conversations, turning the presser into a continuous cycle of engagement. Fans and influencers alike speculated wildly. Would Fury's warning manifest in the ring? Was this the start of a larger feud? Or was this psychological domination the entire point? By the end of the week, the presser's impact had become undeniable. Joshua's aura of invincibility had been questioned. Jake Paul's confidence had been punctured, and Fury's legend had grown. The fight itself was no longer just a sporting event. It had become a cultural milestone, a story of psychological warfare, celebrity influence, and viral domination. Every clip, every meme, every celebrity comment reinforced that Fury had successfully turned a routine press event into a moment that would echo for years. Fury's warning had consequences far beyond the presser. Betting markets shifted, promoters recalibrated narratives, and fans debated endlessly. Joshua faced new psychological pressure. Paul had to navigate a narrative he couldn't control, and Fury solidified his dominance as the ultimate disruptor. What was supposed to be a promotional day had turned into a worldwide spectacle of tension, drama, and cultural obsession. And yet, the story isn't over. Fury's warning, viral memes, celebrity reactions, and fan debates have set the stage for future chaos. Every upcoming press event, every social media post, and every pre-fight interaction will now be measured against this moment. Fury didn't just issue a warning, he rewrote the rules, altered perceptions, and created anticipation that can't be ignored. The boxing world and the internet will be watching closely, because one false move now carries consequences beyond the ring. As the dust settled, the message was clear. Tyson Fury had arrived, warned, and left, but the ripple effects would continue to dominate conversations. Joshua's stoicism was under scrutiny. Jake Paul's confidence had cracks, and fans everywhere were left hungry for the next twist. Fury had proven that a presence, a warning, and perfect timing could dominate more than any punch ever could. The presser had transformed into a legendary moment of psychological warfare, social media frenzy, and pop culture obsession. And so, the world waits. Fans debate, memes flourish, and celebrities comment endlessly. Every future interaction between Fury, Joshua, or Paul will now carry the weight of this presser. Fury's warning has become the gold standard for disruption, domination, and spectacle, setting a precedent that will echo for years to come. One thing is certain, this isn't the end. The drama is just beginning, and the boxing world and the internet will never forget the day Tyson Fury stormed a presser and rewrote the rules of engagement. All right, listen up, because if you thought that presser was wild, the chaos doesn't stop here. Smash that like button like it owes you money. Because every click fuels the next scandal, the next leak, and the next legendary moment. Don't just watch history, participate in it. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because on Punch Press, scandals drop faster than a rapper's chain in a jewelry heist. And trust me, you do not want to miss a single second. Drop a comment right now. Tell us who you think handled Fury's warning better. Was Joshua Ice Cold secretly calculating his revenge? Or was he visibly shaken like a soda can at a roller coaster? And Jake Paul, did he keep his composure? Or did the Gypsy King just expose him for what he really is? Your theories, memes, and wild predictions are exactly what make this community explode with energy. Share this video, because the world needs to see what happens when Tyson Fury doesn't just enter a presser, he dominates it, hijacks the narrative, and leaves the internet screaming for more. Every reaction, every clip, every meme is proof that boxing isn't just about punches, about presence, drama, and absolute chaos. Remember, here at Punch Press, we don't just report the news, we expose it, exaggerate it, and make sure it hits harder than a Fury uppercut. Scandals drop constantly, secrets leak daily, and the drama, oh, it never stops. So buckle up, because this isn't just a fight, it's a cultural event, a social media hurricane, and a headline-making spectacle. Punch Press, the place where chaos meets commentary, and every warning, every showdown, every scandal becomes legendary. Stay tuned, stay loud, and never miss the madness. Never miss the madness.